let me just start. Let me just start by saying how fucking crazy everything was today, guys. Well, first of all, we did pretty good. Lots of money left on the table, and what I mean by a lot of money, I mean these contracts right here. You see the 630 calls. These went up to 500. These went up to. I think no, these went up to 500, 600, or 400 from last time I checked. These were I think around 300ish. I think they went up more. But man, lots of profit missed, but I still made money, and I gotta be grateful because I made more than what I what it would have taken me to make more in an 8 hour day of work. And I took some close out some swings, the Apple swings. I profited 151, and then Hims 27. I did leave a lot of profit on that one too. Those went up to 160. These I took off the table pretty early because I just wasn't able to manage this, and I was like, you know what, SPY did hit 700. Now these contracts did go up to around $70. I would have 3x a little bit more, but no, I'm okay. I peaked and I gave some at the top, and that's okay. Here's what we're gonna go over. QQQ. All right, so amazing bull run. SPY hit a new, I think, high, like all-time high, I believe. I think SPX did as well. And I'm just speechless, guys. I am just speechless of how crazy this bull run had been, 3 weeks strong. So, okay, my first contract I took, the ones I took first were the 630 calls. So, 630 calls, I waited for this dump. And on Skylit, what did I see? Well, Skylit's fucking amazing. Guys, this tool is the best thing. So look, 9:30 goes by, and I'm already seeing the node. I didn't take anything for SPX. SPX is a little bit pricier, and I'm like, if something goes south, I don't want to lose all of my money. And their calls up here were pretty expensive, around $300, but they went up to 2,300. So another day, maybe I'll take those. But first thing I saw was, okay, there's a king node here. There's a lot of our floors coming up. So this is a floor that we're establishing at 629. I know it's going by really, really quickly, but as soon as I saw that, and then there's orders building up to 633, I'm like, hey, this has room to go. So I took my first position here. As soon as we dumped, I waited. I was like, okay, it made a first high of day. And I was like, okay, I told my brother, I'm like, let's wait. First high of day, right? It comes up, comes down, flushes down, recovers. I take a call here for 630. Rallies back up. Then it breaks through this, new high of day right here at 630 basically, and then as soon as it broke through, that's when I took my second call. So it was in two contracts. I took it off the table. I was like, let me just take some profit. I didn't want to get greedy. Though I could have let this run, and my tolerance for letting things run will increase if my buying power, if my overall size is going to be 5 times from where it's at. I will likely let things run, but I want to keep building my buying power, and I'm also trying to recover a little bit from the losses I took for March, and I'm doing pretty well on that. So that's why I just have to lock in profits. So then notice that this is going up. So at this time it's already 720. 720. Okay, so this is 710, 720. So I'm like, okay, things are going. Then I'm starting to see this node come up, 633. I'm like, holy crap, this is building up. This is something to pay attention to. The environment is now negative. So now we're going to see some volume. The trend will follow through. If I'm seeing this negative and 635 was building up, I'm like, okay, this means something. I'm going to take a call, another one. I'm like, I can't pass up this opportunity. So I took a 631. I took one off the table pretty quickly. So actually, here's what happened. I took one here for 631, took profit up here, and then I took another one for 633. I believe, 633 for tomorrow expiration. I was like, okay, this is still a little bit slow and choppy. Let's see how tomorrow expirations do. These actually ended up 2xing. I sold a little too soon, but consistency. Pulling out this much in the market every single day, $347, $200, $300, consistently, it will grow, and it's already slowly growing. So I can't be mad. I'm learning still. I'm still learning to be patient with letting things run a little bit, and that's why I started doing a little bit more swing trading on some of these the stocks, because some swings have been doing really, really good, and AMD is one of them, and I'll try to find an example. But man, so anyways, I took my profit on the 633, so 631's there. Took my entry on the 633s at 725. Because I'm, watching this at the same time as Skylit. So this is going. I'm like, okay, these orders keep on building. This is pretty significant. This is, floors keep coming up. We're building our base. Our base is getting higher and higher. This node here keeps on increasing. We're starting to see some volume up here. This is 7,030. This environment right here is negative. I'm like, okay, we're eventually going to fill these in. But anything from up 700 and below 694, we're not going to go. So that gives me the confidence, and we still keep on building up. And I exited around the peak or here of this trend, at least around 755, almost 8. So I took profit off that one. So my 633, I made $54. I'm like, good. I'm already up like over $200 on the day. Like that's solid. That's really really good. Then I took my Apple contracts off at around the same time, and they ended up running. These actually, since I sold them for 379, they went up to around 400, another extra $100. So we'll see here. And I was like, you know what? I can't get greedy. Like, let me just take it off the table. Let me add on to the win for today, and let me celebrate that. So I took these off pretty early into the morning. So as soon as it peaked, basically around this area, I saw it instantly start squeezing up to 263. I'm like, let me just take it off the table. It did dump back to 262, and it kept pushing higher. I'm like, damn. Well, if I had taken two, take one for profit, let one run. Because these had plenty of time. These were for next week. Plenty of time. So I panicked a little bit because I wanted to lock in profits, and that's not a bad thing. Taking profits is not a bad thing. So I can't let that get to me. I need to make sure that profit comes first. So I lock it in. If I have two, then let one run. So I want to start taking at least two. And this was from a call out too from the Discord. And they kept holding. I didn't. So the SPY 700s, so we're pretty already up nice on the day. Really well. So I think at this time I'm already up by already $300. This was a swing from yesterday. Hims. I'll go over the SPY first. So SPY 700. Here we'll go over here. So we'll check out SPY. I really don't remember where I got in on these. Thought I had it mapped out, but anyways, we can see here where I exited. I exited 951. I mean, at this time I was at work. Work was a little slow, so I was like, okay, I can tolerate this, but 951. So what? This is right here. We started to dump a little bit, and I sold. As soon as I started pumping to 697, I'm like, damn. But I don't have Skylight in front of me. I don't know what the tape is reading. I don't know what's being shown. So I'm going in blind, and I feel like now without this, I feel like I'm going in blind if I don't look at this. And I don't like that. But look, if I had this in front of me, seeing the notes start changing, I'm like, hey, this is good. I'm going to keep holding. The volume keeps on increasing. I'm just speechless of how powerful this tool is. I was considering taking 7,000 calls, and I will show you guys how much this went up to. Way more than yesterday's. So, if I had this in front of me, I would have kept holding. And you see here, 6 QQs, I stopped trading, but the call activity, the king node started building up around 637. We did hit a high 637 on QQQ like today, which I thought was ridiculous. I was like, holy crap. Like that blew my past my expectations. Maybe 635, but 637, guys, we were going for all-time highs. I think we're already at all-time highs, or we're just there. We are just there. I remember I had this mapped out. Yeah, we just made all-time highs today, just barely on QQQ. Insane. I think I drew it here on the weekly on QQQ, and I know I'm going back and forth, but I'm just speechless. I'm like, wow. Yeah, see? So this was already marked out or below 630. We already broke through 630, and we just kept going higher and higher. I'm like, holy shit, this is insane. This is crazy, guys. Like, the bull market's very, very strong. So anyways, SPY, I took them off the table, and you can see how the volume started changing. Look at the difference between like 2 hours at 10 and then noon for Eastern Standard Time, and then 9 a.m. for me. This is 9:24, and I didn't have this in front of me, so I sold around here. And then just seeing this volume activity, this is good. This is what we want to see. If I'm seeing this, I'm going to be holding my positions. If I could obviously, have this in front of my eyes and actually watch it, but when I'm at work, I can't do that because I don't have my tablet or laptop in front of me. So you see this kept on going higher and higher. We're going to speed this up. So I think this tool is very, very worth it. You see how the call activity, now 7,025. Insane. Insane. And I'm going to show you guys here, as I took a screen recording. The 7,000 calls, I was considering taking these. I didn't. It ran up to 500, and I was like, nah, it's a little too much. And then it dropped a little bit. I know it was a little fast. In the beginning of the morning, I saw them at like 200 something. Then went up to like, no, they're at 330. Then went up to 440. Like, damn, he's already up $100. Then went to 500. And they kept going up to 600. And almost 700. And then like it flushes. I'm like, damn. I didn't see this because I was working, and this just kept on skyrocketing. Like, look at this, $2,000. You would have 10x'd almost your entire profit for this day. And this was because at the beginning of the open, you're seeing this call activity, this king node present at 7,000. That was a sign. And when I grow my account more, I want to take a little bit more of that risk. And you technically do. The more you increase your size or your account value, you slowly start to increase. It's common because you do want to maximize your profits. Now I'm gonna go to yesterday. The reason why I didn't feel so confident taking those, I think yesterday had bigger volume. See, so here we had like 26,000 yesterday. Yeah, and it was accumulating faster. This King node was a lot bigger and it accumulated quicker than yesterday's or than today's. So today's, I was like, I don't know. I don't want to make a mistake and have to take, a risky position because you see here, I wasn't so confident. So I was like, I don't know. If it started picking up, then I would have gone for it. 7,000 was that magnet, and price got drawn to it. SPY was pinned for a little bit, and then went up to 700 at some point or at the end of the day. So crazy, absolutely crazy, ridiculous. So Hims, this was also from another call out. So now Hims did something pretty interesting. Towards the end of the day, I missed out on a lot of profit because I had them for $22 calls, and I only took one. I don't want to do anything too risky. It started pumping. So early in the day, I was like, man, this thing's not really going anywhere. And boom, all of a sudden, at 11, we squeezed up to $22. I took my profit. As soon as it hit $22, I took it and went, and that's how I got the $27 on this. I was like, I'll take it. Almost a 2x. Fine, but I kept going higher and higher. I'm like, oh, well, it's okay. I'll take it. And then I posted something else new. So yeah, 12 trading days, we've been green. And 12 trading days, every single day has been green, I believe. It's crazy. Now, I took two different calls, two different swings. This one, the QCOM. This is something, someone mentioned this and they were looking at the heat seeker maps. Let me see if I can pull this up. I don't know if I can. I think I don't do it on my phone because these heat seeker maps are only on the indexes. But on the Discord I'm in, I can pull it up. They have like a bot where you could just type in the chart or the ticker, and then it'll come up, and you can see the flow. And so there's flow activity to 141 for this week expiration, but I'm doing these out further for 5/8, and I will explain that after AMD. AMD is the other call out that I took. So this one was more on my own accord. This was the decision I made because I do want to get better at swinging. Swinging has been crazy, guys. Amazon, no, not even Amazon. Look at this. I'll show you why. So these people in this Discord group, I'm in two, by the way. One is related to Skylit. The other one is, a trading group, and they are really good at swinging. So they've been swinging AMD since March 31st, and they've had a position. I don't know what strike price it was, but man, look at this. They were holding throughout this whole period that this has been writing out. And one of them, the main coordinator, the person who runs the Discord, who pretty much runs a lot of the calls, he suggested a 260. So 260 AMD for this week expiration. Now these have been a bit fluctuating, and I'm just taking those $2 away from that. I think they're looking more at the daily too or the weekly. The weekly has been overturning. This is really good, reversal. We're coming into volume, breaking hopefully 260. I think he's looking for a breaker for new highs. So we'll see tomorrow because they do expire in 2 days. So I gotta be wary. I didn't take one of those. I didn't take two. I think I only took one. The QCOM. Now both of these have news related to investing. I think they got some investments in them. Let me see if there's news. This one, it was QCOM, ARM, and AMD. They all have similar investment news. Like, forgot, it was something in the billions. All of these stocks have been getting a lot of notice, and it's like, okay, then that's something to hop on. I'll post it on my X or somewhere, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll post it on my X. Because I remember seeing the news headline somewhere and why it was going up. So I took QCOM for 144, 141, and the expiration's 5/8. So we'll go here to QCOM. Swinging has been pretty honestly and exciting because I'm seeing people Palantir. I sold Palantir. I don't know if you guys knew about that yesterday. I think I talked about it. Palantir, the contracts were I had calls for 136 for this week. They 4x. Guys, these contracts 4x. I got them for 100 something. Let me see if I can find them. I'll go here. It's just absolutely wild. I don't think I posted them. I don't think I posted it. I'll post it on my X. This is crazy. I took it off pretty early. Thought I had it on here. Hmm. Anyways, I had a 136 call. I took it off 2 days ago. 134, and it hit 137 yesterday. And now it's 141. I'm like, damn. I faded Trump. I mean, I didn't let it run, and the expiration was 417. So that does kind of like scare me because any really wicked direction on the opposite way will screw you over. But this is good Qualcomm. Okay, so I'm looking at this on the daily. So daily, it doesn't look well. Daily is looking better than the weekly. I think the weekly look kind of like shit, but we're already hitting to a reversal. And let's see, weekly, we're under the 200 moving average. So I think, oh, the 4 hour chart. The 4 hour chart on the QCOM is what I was looking at. So on this 4 hour chart, I was like, okay, we're breaking out the 200 EMA, and I think it's really big. And I think that's when things start to get really good momentum going forward when they break out of strong resistance zones. So we already had this cross right here yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, QCOM. The 9 is over the 20, over the 50. Now we're breaking through the 200 moving average. We've been trading under the 200 moving average for a long time, which is something I noticed. Like, hey, early January, we've been selling off. So that got me thinking, like, hey, okay, someone pointed this out in the Skylight Discord, and I was like, let me take these. Let me see. They were looking at Qualcomm specifically, looking at the heat maps, and I was like, let's see where this goes. So I believe, yeah, was it here? 1 hour, daily, the daily. So I looked at the daily to map out my areas of resistance. So 134, she's a common area of resistance. I took my calls for 141. Expiration in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks basically. They don't expire till days. I have plenty of time, so I can't just bail out too soon. I want to go for my price target at 141, and it's on a good trend on the 4 hour right now. Renew. Sorry about that. I had to just exit that out. The weekly could do better, but if we do break out of this EMA, then I can expect resistance at this 200 moving average. So that's a target where I'm trying to aim for, the 200 moving average, which is basically going to be at some point 141. Right now it says 142, but we can expect it to be there. So I'm just looking at the daily and the weekly. I'm not looking too much at smaller time frames. A 1 hour, I don't know. The 1 hour looks like it's maintaining itself, and it's pulling back in 20 and it's going higher. We just broke out of that 2 days ago, so we have this trend. And AMD is the same exact way. They have the same trend. So look at this. So eventually, I think the 200 moving average, yeah, we broke out, kept pulling back, kept going higher, kept pulling back to 20, kept going higher in like 2 days or the next day, and just keeps riding. And this 200 moving average doesn't stop; it keeps increasing. So it's pretty strong. I think we might see something similar in QCOM. So we'll see. I'm trying to get better at swinging because just one or two, it makes a difference. It really makes a difference. Let me see. This guy got screwed over on his puts, so whoever went puts in the market just absolutely got brutal. They got their asses handed to them. Um, yeah, the Wealth Prince. Okay, he always posts on some stuff. I just want you guys to see why I've been interested in more swinging. This has been stupidly crazy, like absolutely insane. This is real, by the way. Someone in the chat did make a lot of money. I mean, they were up 16K today, but they're likely full porting. I'm not gonna full port. That's not what I want to do. He does a small account challenge. I'm up almost 1,000 in the week, so almost getting there. Let's see. Bear with me, guys. Yep. See, look at these plunger calls. I had these plunger calls. They were $400. We got them around 160. Me and my brother. I sold them, I think, for around like just a little under, no, under 300. I don't remember. Let's see. He's always posting on like, see, okay, this is what I was like. I think I showed this yesterday, guys. In a week, these went up to $2,500 in 1 week. Swinging has got me interested. So I don't know. I don't like to transition too much or like deviate too much from the plan, but swinging and the day trading of the options have been really interesting. I mean, I'm having more success, and if I'm having more success, then that's where I need to be. But today on the small caps, I didn't really trade anything. I woke up, um, I missed out on Bird. I went back to sleep. I woke up and I was just really, really exhausted. I've been trying to get more sleep lately. It's been hard to fall asleep. So I honestly, the options have been working better with my schedule, but I do want to keep trading the small caps. They are fun. In fact, when they're easy and it's like quick entries. But let me see if I can scroll back. I woke up and I was like, is there anything? Give it like 30 minutes, and I didn't trade. There was this one Chinese stock that I saw go up. Sorry, I know this video is really, really long, but man, scrolling, scrolling. Bird went up because this transition from a shoe company to a AI infrastructure. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Be careful with that if you're in the long term invest. It could flop. That's such a weird transition. I don't know why they did, but that's why Bird went up. They're transitioning from AI to, or from shoes to AI, from what I was hearing. So yeah, 30 minutes VSA. It was Chinese stock. I don't want to trade much Chinese, and then I just left it. So yeah, I left a little early, really really early, but whatever. Ross made, I think, I forgot how much he made, but hey, can't all be big, 6-figure days, big 4-figure days. I'll get there. I'll get there when I get there, and I'm feeling confident more than ever. This tool, like I said, helps. Could have taken these calls at the 7,000, but I didn't. Got to just be manage my risk because I just came out of a drawdown. So why would I start increasing my risk more and more? Just locking in the profit. So yeah. All right, take care, guys. Peace.